What would make somebody want to leave a high-paying job, start a new business in the fitness industry that they've never run before, while pregnant and doing it with their spouse? Sounds crazy, right? Well, that's exactly what Tom and Katie Huff did, and we're here to tell you their story. They left behind comfort and stability and managed to open up one of the best fit body franchises in the entire nation. We're gonna take a real look at what it takes to run one of the most successful fitness franchises in the country. Let's get inside. Tom, Katie, thank you guys so much for having me here in Richardson, Texas. I'm so excited. How long have you guys been here?
We opened our doors in 2016, so this is our 9th year of being open and operating.
Oh wow, that's awesome.
So this is our bigger location. We opened up in 2016 and then transferred over to our nice big location here in 2021.
How big was that first facility?
It was about half the size of this, it was about 2,500 square feet, and that included our office space and our restrooms, and the space that we're in now is closer to 5,000 square feet.
Oh wow, yeah, huge upgrade. So open since 2016, you guys are one of the #1 fit body franchises in our entire brand, which is awesome. But my guess is it probably didn't start that way. Pre-2016, before you guys opened your location, what was life like?
So our origin story, as we like to call it, was actually happened in 2014 in August. I had a brother, his name was Billy. He passed away at 33 years old, and it was just a big, eye-opening, life-changing moment for myself and my family. I had always wanted to be in fitness because fitness changed my life. It kept me out of a lot of trouble. It taught me a lot of things about self-development and all the great things that come along with getting into a good fitness program. And I also always wanted to own a business. We were both working. At the time, I went to school for criminal justice and was working in a security role, and Katie was a program manager and was working on her MBA. But really him passing away was the moment, right, to really say, life is short, is there something else that we should be doing? Over the course of about a 2-year period with a lot of love and support from Katie and our family, I got certified as a personal trainer, but still was trying to figure out what exactly do I want to do? Do I just want to do this on the side? But again, I knew I wanted something more. I wanted to really have an impact and have something that was ours. And then we found Fit Body Bootcamp, and when we heard their business model, it was literally the same idea that I had in my mind. And we took the scary leap of saying, I'm interested in opening a franchise, and then started the process.
That's incredible. No, that's really, really awesome. And you know, when you guys first started, was it just you working in the business? Was Katie involved at the beginning?
So Tom was the primary owner of the business. I was still working full-time, 9 to 5, probably not as satisfied as I wanted to be, couldn't really see myself doing it forever. I was in and out of the business, you know, working some mornings here and there, helping with the team, helping fill in as needed. We started attending conferences and meetings together, and we went to a conference together, and one of the call to actions coming out of it was to come up with your I am statement and your word of the year. We have been talking about me getting out of my 9 to 5 and coming full-time into the business. Tom is very much the visionary, and I have more of the project management operations background. And the task was to come up with your I am statement. And so I decided I am decisive, and we wanted to make a decision that year if I was leaving my full-time job and we were going to take the big leap to go all in on Fit Body. And that's what guided our decision. And I hung on really tight to that word when we found out after I gave my notice that I was pregnant, and it wasn't expected. So we held on real tight to that word and went all in. It's been the best decision we've ever made.
Wow, so that's really incredible, you guys, being able to both go all in on the business, come in and help hundreds of lives. I mean, shoot, look at the sport over here. I think something you guys do that's really, really cool is you guys keep track of the amount of weight that your clients have lost. Tell me a little bit about it, because it's tens of thousands of pounds down.
Well, we're so glad that we started this when we did, when we opened the gym. I just really wanted to make sure that we provided a service and gave folks the little carrots and the stepping stones and the motivation to keep going. Because prior to Fit Body, when I was in my fitness journey and starting going to like a regular gym, I would see folks every day that would go work out, and they didn't seem that they ever saw any changes or progress. I knew that tracking sessions would be really important, so folks could, you know, have those next little milestones. Started off tracking the number of sessions that folks attended, and came up with a bit of a reward system where we called it our rank ups, where they rank up at 25 and 50 and 100 and so on, with a celebration and a wristband and a picture. And it really caught on and gave folks the motivation. Not only that folks that have been with us, but then when you're brand new starting with us, seeing other folks around you that have hit these different milestones and being part of them and thinking, ooh, I'm gonna get to do that. And it was a huge culture builder of who we are and what we do. And then as far as the weight loss, that came next, right? So folks are coming to sessions. We want to be known for producing results and being able to stand on that and be confident in the product and the service that we offer. And so we started tracking weight loss. Every single week we update this. We're at over 30,000 pounds here as we make this video today. And of course we take pictures of folks when they hit the different pound clubs so that, again, folks can see fitness is for everybody. You don't have to be special. You don't have to have some sort of unique talents. Everybody is welcome here and can see great results.
I think a big part of where the weight loss focus took off was when we introduced nutrition coaching as well. So we introduced our Bootcamp Plus program. We do body composition scans with everybody so they not only see the weight loss, but the change in their composition, because we know it's more than just the number on the scale. It's how the habits you're changing, how many workouts you're getting in, how your age and the age your body thinks you are is changing, the amount of muscle you're gaining. So it's all been helpful in promoting this environment of we give you results, but then you have other results to look forward to rather than just the scale.
What we want to be known for and like standing firm on that. That's where the sessions and the results come for, so that if we would have never tracked that, we wouldn't be able to say, hey, we're the #1 location, we've lost all this weight, and we decided what we wanted our culture to be, which was a culture of results and support. And this just helps us showcase that and keeps us, circling back to this is who we are and this is what we do.
That's incredible. No, there's so many awesome results, and obviously you guys are a testament to the brand. But I'm curious if you guys could just tell our viewers at home, who are the kind of people that come to FitBody? Like, who are the clients that come through those 2 doors?
It's your mom, it's your sister, it's your dad, it's your brother, it's everybody that you know, it's your neighborhood. It's not special athletes, and that we remind folks of this all the time. Maybe they get a little intimidated by the word boot camp, or for our FitBody Forever program, they don't think they'll be able to keep up. But next time you're at some place with a lot of people, look around. Everybody, most folks need help with their health and their fitness, right? We have an obesity epidemic in the United States, so it is for everyday people. If somebody is thinking that fitness is not for them, I would just remind them that when they were a kid and the first time they tried to learn to tie their shoes, it was challenging. The first time they tried to ride their bike, it was challenging. Went to school, it was challenging. But you did all of those things, and through that you built your identities. First time you went and took on that new job, it was intimidating. But who helped you through those things? Other people. And that's the power of FitBody, is with the coaches and your fellow members, you're gonna do it together and build some great bonds along the way.
Let's talk a little bit about you guys as business owners. You guys have been in the brand since 2016. You guys have been around for a long time. What's the support looked like from HQ, maybe when you first started as to now?
Yeah, so it's definitely adjusted a lot over the years. When we came on board, it was sort of, open your doors and there's some support and some advice and some guidance, but not real direct, tactical, do these things, right? When we launched our location, there wasn't the proven systems that there are now. So that's fantastic. Then your monthly marketing assets, your support at HQ with your coaching, your business coaching from HQ, and just a good sense of the other owners and best practices, what equipment to buy, what your location should look like. And then when it comes to the more challenging things that most folks don't think about when they first get started, running workouts and all that is one thing, but then we talk about hiring and teamwork and running business, right? And I think sometimes, I know I was a little ignorant to that, right? Thinking, we just run workouts and people come in. But now, after 9 years with really building a business, there's a lot more to learn, and the support there is great.
Yeah, and I think, the thing about going into business for yourself, even with the support of a franchise, is there's no HR department for you, there's no finance department for you locally, but having the support of HQ gave you some tools and framework and collateral to actually make decisions. Some of the biggest bonuses we've had with HQ is all the support with the training of our coaches and the workout of the day, and that's all been so integral in what we've done to grow our team over these last couple of years.
I'd say that, and also being able then to set and hold a standard and expectation, right? No franchise, you should walk into each location and something different happens, right? We use the example of something like a McDonald's, where we go to order a Big Mac, it's gonna be the same Big Mac, and so that's been nice to see that evolution over the last few years with alignment across the brand.
Yeah, that's what I always like to tell anybody that's thinking about opening a FitBody gym. We're here to support you. So our entire HQ staff is dedicated to helping franchise partners just like you guys. And I think that's really awesome. And speaking of being successful franchise partners, you guys have owned business for a long time. You guys are one of the top locations in our brand. So what does that mean for you guys? So what is some of the things that you guys have been able to do as high-level business owners that you probably couldn't do when you were working like a 9 to 5?
We have a son, and so we're deeply involved in everything he does, his school. We're able to go to the school functions, go on the field trips, be part of the PTA or the dad's group. It's given us a lot of flexibility with that. And on top of that, it's given us the flexibility to grow our team and leaders within our team so that we can allow them to help us lead our facility so we can do the other things in our life that we want to be able to do.
Overarching all of that, as far as time, freedom, and flexibility, it was really helped us so much get really clear on what we want out of this thing we call life. When we were working our 9-to-5 jobs, and then when I started working at FitBody, it was challenging in the sense that, me coming home at night, and the only time we had together was at dinner, and I'm just like vomiting information on her about what I'm doing with marketing. This person came in, what was doing, these problems, these fires that are coming up. So for us to be able to come together on that and get clear on what we want, it's been super powerful and so rewarding. And I would almost say like an unknown thing that was going to happen, which might sound strange, but you don't know until you're working towards something. So I feel like we've really had the opportunity to decide and be in charge of what we want in life, which I know for a lot of folks out there that doesn't happen. Life is kind of happening to them, where we're able to have a bit more control over it, which is really cool.
Yeah, nobody can lay us off, right? Like, we are in full control of our future, and how big the business gets or how big it doesn't get, that's in our control. So that's something that's been really powerful.
Well, you guys, this facility is awesome. It's huge. I mean, we're walking through into the back here, into the back offices. How many people do you guys have on staff?
So we're lucky enough to have 10 team members, including myself and Katie. So we have a mixture of full-time team members and part-time team members.
Okay.
And it's been really great to be able to have good opportunities for folks, especially for our full-time team members. Just be able to grow that and be able to offer, might sound silly, but to be able to offer a real job and career opportunity, right? And that's something we've been able to grow and develop over the years, where folks can feel like this is their main place to work. It's not just something that they're doing on the side.
Yeah, that was one of the reasons we moved into our bigger location, was because we knew the smaller location could support Tom and I, but if we wanted to support other people's careers, that we would need to get bigger, and we would have to think bigger and be able to grow people and give them the opportunity to go into leadership roles or full-time positions. And so here we are.
Obviously, you guys are doing really well for yourselves. What's some things that you guys do to help develop your leadership skills? Because obviously leading a team of 9 people, that's no easy task. So what are some of the things you guys do, on your free time or when you have time, to better yourselves in terms of leadership?
Just a lot of conversation around the gym, right? I mean, yeah, we're doing well here as far as our business, but that is because we are involved. So that would be just a piece of advice for folks if you're thinking about getting involved in a business. I would just personally not recommend this be some sort of absentee thing. The most successful locations that we've seen in this type of business are owners that are involved, and typically some sort of partnership, because it just really is able to maximize the vision and have more power behind what you want to do. And so, yeah, a lot of books, podcasts, and then I would say a lot of trial and error as well, and in developing our team here.
Tom and I started off by listening to books together, listening to podcasts together. I'd listen to one, I'd be like, hey, this was really good, and I'd toss it to him and he'd listen to it, and we were kind of going back and forth on selecting books. And then we started involving the team, and we started saying, hey, we're gonna all read this book together, we're gonna spend some time in our weekly meeting talking about it. What takeaways did we get from this? What really spoke to you? It helped us understand our team better, it helped us understand each other better, and then it just really all helped us grow at the same rate, so that we were all on the same page at the same time. So that was probably the biggest. We all learned together and grew together.
Yeah, getting really clear on that, and then the interesting part in the first handful of times we've done that, and still to this day, is seeing and realizing that everybody learns things differently and gets something different from it. And wow, is that really powerful, because if you are just the solopreneur and reading the things and trying to implement, and you know the stuff and you're trying to use tribal knowledge to pass it down, and you're just thinking about it one way, you're really leaving a lot on the table as far as growth. And being able to trust team members and giving away that trust is very challenging to do, but when you do it and allow them to run with it and put their spin on things, that is where those unlocks really are, right? Involving the team and not keeping everything to yourself, and growing together is a great thing to do.
To that point where everybody learns and takes something away that's different, we also got really crystal clear on understanding our team members, doing disc-like profiles to understand how to communicate with them better, how they learned, and how to give and receive feedback. That really helped open up our team a lot more. We were able to identify when somebody was under stress, that it wasn't something that was personal, and how how to respond to them under that stress. So that also really shaped and grew us, including ourselves. Like seeing each other's profiles made a big difference.
Big time, yeah. And of course, that was something that came from HQ with our taking flight. It was a recommendation to do those disc profiles. That's been a game changer. And then also following a system for your business that we use here called EOS was just unbelievably life-changing, and getting clear. Again, clarity on what you want, I think, is the cornerstone thing that needs to happen if you want some sort of success, because otherwise, how do you define success if you're not truly working towards something? And then for your team members, they want to know where you're going. They want to know why they're on this team, why they're on this thing. So the more you're able to cast that vision and get them on board and explain why we're doing things, and then them want to be a part of it, that's how they're going to grow with the business.
That's awesome. And actually, you took the words right out of my mouth. Speaking of, the future and what your aspirations are and that vision, what does that vision look like for you guys? Are you guys satisfied with where you're at? Are you guys looking for more? What does that look like over the next couple of years, maybe in the next decade?
If you would have asked me that when we opened the doors before having our son and our family and our life structure the way that we are now, yeah, the thought was, let's have multiple locations. I'll tell you, that is not our goal. We're very happy having this incredibly successful location, being a part of it. This is our life's work right here. And I don't know that we could do that if we were spread out. Along with that, the freedom that has come with spending time with our son, right? So like my two things in life, I have a couple, but really the gym and working out, right? And my son. And we're able to do that. So for the foreseeable future, until he graduates high school, and we want to be there and be available for him, this is where you can find us, right here in Richardson, doing our thing and growing our business and growing our team. And after 9 years and almost a decade, I hope you can tell and feel the passion is still there until that burns out, which I don't know how it could, with changing lives, all the testimonials, the folks that come in every day and love it. And one of the biggest compliments we ever get is when someone walks in the door and they come right up to you and say, "Oh, hey Jake, I wanted to tell you," like just the fact that they were thinking about you and what they wanted to tell you. Where else does that happen in a business, right? So it's things like that keep us here and keep rocking this place.
Yeah, I don't know if there's enough money in the world to send me back to a corporate job where I'm not my own boss and in the position to run my life according to my schedule and my vision for it. I could not imagine writing a report for anybody else, creating a presentation for anybody else, that's not serving my purpose and our passion.
So you guys have done so many amazing things, and you guys have had such amazing results for yourselves. What's some advice that you would give to maybe Tom and Katie back in 2015 before they opened a gym, that maybe they're thinking about opening a gym, maybe they've looked at the Fit Body franchise website before? What's some advice you'd give that person?
Well, I don't know how much time we have for this video because I have a lot of advice, but I'll start here and say that if we just kind of take a step back and look at this thing we call life. The last time I checked, there's no sequel to it. You don't get a second chance. So if you feel some sort of burning desire, passion that what you're doing isn't what you want to do, then take the leap. When we were opening the location, we would have many conversations around what's the worst thing that could happen. At the time, we didn't have a family, so everyone's situation is a little bit different. However, at the time, it was, okay, we opened the gym, we buy the franchise, it doesn't work, we sell our house, we pay off the loans that we have, whatever, and we move in with our parents and we go find jobs. When we said that, I was like, okay, well, we could do that, right? That's not the end of the world. And the other thing I would say for folks is, it's most folks that I have met when they're in a career or in a job, you know what the rest of your life is going to look like already. If you're okay with that, great, keep doing that. But if you know it's eating you up inside and you're meant for something else, then take the leap and do it. I would rather you be 80 years old and say, man, remember when we tried that thing and it didn't work, but thank God we tried it because I learned so much along the way, versus never trying it at all. The last piece I will say is, as far as this business in particular, do you need to love fitness? Yes, you do. Do you need to love people? Yes, you do. That is like baseline cornerstone stuff. What you want to think above that is who you are as a person. Your business is only going to be as successful and will be a direct reflection of your personality. If you want to find out who somebody really is, give them a bunch of money, or give them a business, or give them something big, and you will see that real personality come out. So just be mindful of that and always work on your self-development and know who you are. And do people really want to lead or be led by by you.
Obviously, all of that is spot on, and I think the only thing I would really add to it is just get super clear on your passion and your purpose, and spend some time on that before you decide what you're doing next. But I can guarantee that if you have any yucky feelings about what you're doing right now, or where your life is going, or what job you're working, or where you're living, that you aren't aligned with your passion and your purpose. So take some time, get crystal clear on it, and then come up with your I am statement so you can take action.
That's awesome. You guys have been amazing. Thank you so much for hosting me here in Richardson, Texas. It's been
Pleasure.
awesome. Keep changing lives, you guys. It's been awesome.
Thank you.
If you're inspired by Tom and Katie's story, click the link below, go to the Fit Body franchising website, and see if opening a Fit Body is right for you.